We're live.
We're live.
Well,
Ish.
ish.
As
Like,
live as you can get.
We're live.
Yeah.
Like me and you are here, and we're
And
talking.
we're alive.
But someone's listening to it. This isn't. It's not live. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
We haven't. We might do live one day, but we're it's just live.
Yeah, we're not like sitting in front. You're just someone's not like rolling like this.
I like how you were like rolling a camera.
Yeah,
Old,
dude.
like an old timey camera.
Yeah. It's 2020.
Welcome to Mostly Superheroes.
Welcome back.
I guess welcome back.
Yeah.
So I guess like just to if you just listen to the first episode, which is technically episode 0, you're on episode 1.
Yes, you are.
And
thank you.
And yeah, thanks for coming back. And we had so much fun that we were like, we got to do this all the time.
Yes.
How many
we had a
days has it
blast.
been? Like, it's only been a week, right?
I think like literally a week. I think we literally did it a week ago, like today or maybe yesterday.
It was just like we were ready to get back in. We were like
Yeah.
aching to get back in.
Yep. And we're here. And we're back.
We're here, and I don't want to rush the gun, but like we got a good episode here today.
We're excited.
We put some work into it.
We did.
We're talking about Iron Man, the OG,
The OG Marvel.
the OG MCU flick.
Dude, the one that just skyrocketed it all.
Dude, we're talking about it. We're going to do a deep dive. So we might explore some other stuff today, but
Yep.
today is about this movie.
Yep.
And this is how I love starting episode 1 like this, dude. I was thinking about it all day. Like, this is how we should start it.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
should start the show with the beginning of what kind of led to this moment anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Why are we here?
Like-
Because of this thing.
Because of this thing.
Yeah.
Now this podcast exists.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, dude. Well, let's do it. I got the PowerPoint together
Dude.
again. Put together some slides.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited, dude.
All
I was
right.
watching this last night, and I just was like freaking out.
Oh my God. Yeah. So you just watched it last night,
Yeah,
and I just watched it yesterday.
I watched it last night, and then I had it on the background today at work.
It's just, oh man. So you did like double dip. Like
Yeah,
you were-
I double dipped a little bit.
You said you were gonna watch it twice.
Yeah,
That's bad.
my hand's been in the cookie
Does it
jar.
feel fresh? You're ready to like really
Dude,
just talk it
I
it out.
fresh. If there was a test on it, I'd get an A.
Maybe we'll incorporate that somehow.
All right, dude. Scantron.
Let's Scantron test
Yeah.
number 2 pencils.
Yeah.
Get out your number 2 pencils.
Don't be falling asleep now.
Put them in the machine. All right, dude. Well, we're just gonna dive in. So here we go.
right.
Here's our beautiful PowerPoint that I mentioned.
Dude.
So episode 1. Let's just open it up with just kind of setting the stage.
Oh man.
So first of all, shout out to I gotta go back already and look at this guy's name. Neil Davidson. He created this font that he calls Stark,
Really?
and you can just like download fonts. I know a lot because my fiance is a designer,
Uh-huh.
kind of about that world, and this like he created this font, like all the lettering and everything.
That's legit.
So shout out to that guy because it was
Yeah.
just like, what other font could I use?
Yeah, thank you, Neil.
Like it's like called Stark. How cool.
Yeah,
Anyway,
what else do you pick for Iron Man?
Sorry for talking about font for so long.
Yeah, do you pick Thor?
People, we'll have to look.
Yeah, dude, is there one?
It's called like Asgard or something.
Mm-hmm.
So let's set the stage. It's 2008. All right, so
Yeah.
the most fun for me, man, is you and me are the same age.
Yeah.
So like at the time, like you and I are in our senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Or,
Well,
or
I graduated in 07, so I was freshman year at college.
and like at the time, dude, we were aching for superhero movies,
We were.
but it just like wasn't happening.
Because, well, all we had was like those sloppy Fantastic Fours with when Chris Evans was.
That's right.
When
So,
Chris
yeah.
Evans was Johnny Flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
I remember even like getting so pumped for those. Like me and my buddy Nick went and saw those late night. Like we were anything that you put in the theaters that was superhero, you were like, okay, finally, like
Yeah.
hopefully they'll do this.
And here's the crazy thing, man. If we never had any of the Marvel movies, would those movies be sloppy to us?
Yeah, that's a really Well, and if you
We'd
look,
probably been like, these are cool.
yeah,
Because we had nothing to compare them to.
nothing.
Nothing.
So this movie comes out. I mean, I just remember the trailer and like seeing the suit for the first time, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
being like, okay, and we're gonna talk about the suit. We'll get there, but like that was it. You know, that was like, what in the world is this?
Yeah. What are they doing?
And the best thing here, man, is like the best thing about this movie is, like you said, everything that follows after.
Yes.
So just going to the next one here. I mean, this is the birth of Marvel Studios.
Yeah, 100%.
This is the first movie I believe that they released.
Yep.
This is like their first production. And
as
like,
Marvel Studios.
as Marvel Studios.
Stark was in that Hulk, the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton at the very end.
Right.
Was that before this movie? I think it was.
If it was, and we'll have to watch that movie too. And
Yeah.
we'll do this same thing because that's a great flick. But like he's in the end credit scene, you know. And just so you know, full spoilers right now. If you haven't seen this movie, we're going to break it open.
It's 12 years later.
Yeah.
No one feels bad for you.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about it. But and also, if we are gonna talk about stuff with other movies, I'll do my best to be like, hey, we're gonna kind of talk about something else. So in the Hulk, you're right. He's in that end credit scene.
He
so
is
it
in
seems
that
like
end credit.
it should come after.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Either way, Marvel Studios, Jon Favreau, like at the helm, and these guys, like, we're gonna do this ourselves.
And you know what? It's so clear after watching every movie up until Infinity War and going back and watching Iron Man 1, it is so clear that they didn't make this movie with hopes of the Marvel Studios not taking off. These people had a plan and they stuck to it.
Yeah, and it was like we're gonna imagine that you're just betting on yourself. And I remember, like, you have to watch some of the special features of some of the films, like especially the later films, like Infinity War and Endgame. You get Jon Favreau, and he talks about those early days and what it was like. If I remember correctly, I don't think they even had a lot of money. Like, they were figuring it out.
No, and I mean, for not having a lot of money, I mean, I don't know what the budget was for Iron Man. Iron Man's still a great-looking movie. It still holds 12 years later. It still holds.
Yeah, this is a chance for you, the fans, to help us with a little research because we don't have an intern in the room yet. That's looking up shit live.
Yeah,
but it's gonna happen.
100%,
you know what
it's gonna happen.
We got the screen share already. I just gotta get some twerp in here that's like, I want to be on the next big podcast. I'm like, well, if you're cool enough.
Yeah, dude, if you make the cut, man.
Yeah, so if you're listening out there, we're looking to grow this thing too. We're like Marvel Studios right now. We're in the early days.
We'll feed you Domino's pizza.
We'll feed you Domino's pizza, maybe Little Caesars.
Yeah, probably Little Caesars. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper and I like it.
It's good.
It is good.
It's so damn good.
All right, moving right along. Let's keep going. Let's actually get into the movie. So this movie, the way it opens up, so Tony Stark is like in the desert. Let's just cut through, right? He's in the thing. It explodes. He gets kidnapped. And we find out why later. We'll blow that up. But he is, first of all, let's open with the Jericho.
Dude, this
that's why he's there, right? He's selling like weapons
that's exactly why
to
he's there.
The U.S. government, and he's here to show what it can do.
Dude, and this scene right here in this movie is exactly why I said these people had a fucking plan from day one.
Like, they knew what they were doing.
From day one,
They were so excited. They like...
Exactly. Just the little subtle Easter eggs they get. Stark sitting there, and he's talking about, the whole. He said this in all of the movies. Peace in his time, and he's very comparable to Thanos in that aspect.
Right.
Especially in this movie because he's still, a cocky little shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any regard for his actions for anybody. He just kind of does what he does, and it's just like, listen, I'm gonna do the same. But the Jericho he's launching it, and he says something along the lines of one weapon to end it all.
Wow.
You can't tell me
it's not a direct foreshadowing
of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Of the Infinity Gauntlet. Again, spoilers ahead. I mean, these movies that we're going to be talking about, but I also did make a slide for some of the big picture stuff. So we'll try not to talk about too much future stuff.
Okay.
Until then, but let's keep that in mind. So the Jericho, dude. And
it's insane.
You know what? And if you're a fan that's kind of still watching the movies, you don't know exactly what we're talking about. That's perfect because that's just a good enough teaser. You have no idea what we're saying.
Yeah, not at all.
All we're saying here is they were planning everything that you're about to embark upon. If you're a new Marvel fan watcher, they knew from day one. So I don't think you're watching Iron Man and Thor and they didn't know what the next movie was going to be.
There was no unintentional movie made at all. This was every movie from day one has been part of a piece of a puzzle.
Every scene,
damn near every line. It's insane, man.
Well, let's talk about Jensen and being in the cave. So first of all, he's in the cave, right? He's being held by this Al Qaeda type group.
Yes,
and he's in the Middle East, and they're saying build us this Jericho thing, and he's in there. He's like, okay. He wakes up. He's got the thing.
Yep. He's got the arc reactor. Well, it's not an arc reactor at the time.
He doesn't have the arc reactor. He has a battery.
He has a battery.
Dude, it took me
an electromagnetic battery.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Because it took me a few watches to actually understand exactly what was happening. I was like, why is this guy hooked up to a battery at all? I didn't understand in the early days, and I didn't really follow in the comics. Well, it's he's got an electromagnet pulling out
shrapnel.
to keep shrapnel from going into his heart.
Yeah, from killing him.
And it's just like a magnet.
That's all it was.
And he needs like a power magnet.
Yeah.
So he builds first before he builds anything.
Well, shout out to Jensen.
Jensen's just there like, hey. He's like,
I'll help you.
I'll help you. He's like, do as I do.
Yeah.
Do as I do.
Just do this.
And I want to talk about Jensen. So this is like ends up being like Tony's little mini sidekick to help him like plan the escape, right? The inevitable escape. And you're looking on the screen. You're already getting a preview of that. So Jensen, you had some thoughts on Jensen.
Yeah. I not thoughts, but
like you said, he was playing. Tony's like playing
the whole. So they share a moment in the cave where again it just makes me really feel like they knew from day one where they wanted to go and the Easter eggs they wanted to lay, or maybe they didn't and they just kind of paid homage to some of the movies in the older movies and the newer movies.
Okay.
But the scene where Jensen is, they're playing. I don't know. I forget what they're playing.
They're playing a game.
They're playing
That's what it was.
A game.
It's
him and Tony. Man, and it just had that Gamora and Tony feel. Like they're both working together to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. They're both trying to figure out who they are through
Gamora
this game.
and
Gamora and Tony.
Oh yeah.
At the in Endgame.
Yep.
When they're in the spaceship.
Yep.
It just had the same vibes as that cave, man.
Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Nebula. Yes.
Okay.
Nebula.
Dude, that's so interesting. It's funny that you like that's. I feel like you're absolutely right. I feel like they tuck that kind of stuff into these movies all the time.
Yeah.
And like it was, if it seems like it was on purpose, it probably was on purpose.
Right.
Right.
For people like us.
At least for us.
Yeah, because they want to trick us.
So let's just talk real quick about this suit he makes like when he escapes. How the fuck?
Dude.
How the fuck did he do this? Like, I mean, just to quote Obadiah from in the movie, he goes, "He built this in a cave."
Yeah, you can't build it in an hour or whatever he says. Yeah.
Like, what in the world? He made this thing, and dude, I'll tell you, when I was shocked in the movie, I remember like when it flew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he took off, dude.
I mean, like he's like soaring into the sky, and I'm thinking like, this is the smartest person I've ever seen.
Dude, 100%. And what's crazy about like this suit is how it really does play into like a lot of the other suits, especially the Hulkbuster suit, man.
Oh man, it's got the same eyes.
Yeah, exactly. It's got the same exact eyes.
Just call back, you know about that Hulkbuster because you wore the
I do, dude.
Again, you wore the
I was in it. I wore it.
Were the eyes slanted?
Their eyes, I looked like that guy, but just had red on.
Yeah, just like an oversized kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
and
all right.
Pee hole cut out.
All right, we go with the escape?
Yeah, dude.
So he takes off, right? Okay. Boom. I called this Tony's return, and this is where like you meet all his friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just talk about Pepper.
Dude.
Pepper Potts, his assistant, and she does great. I always like this scene where she has to dig out in his chest.
What it seems like, it's so great. It's gross.
Like she's like, "There's pus."
Yeah, yeah. He's like, it's a mucous membrane.
Like, it's from the thing. It's not from me. I always just thought like, man, what a crazy like thing to have a person do. Just reach into your body
and just grab like
a cord
and change it
and just yank.
He's like, it's like operations. She doesn't know what operations is.
So, like what? Operations, like a game where you with the wishbone.
Yeah, take out the wishbone.
Take out the wishbone. Like literally plays like Operation.
Oh man.
We also meet James Rhodes, I believe his name is.
Yes.
Rhodey.
James Rhodes.
Played by the great Terrence
Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah. Right? That's right. Terrence Howard.
It is Terrence Howard. I've seen his name.
I almost said Terrence McKenna.
Who's that?
The LSD man. Oh, dude. You don't know who the McKennas are?
I don't.
You have to watch like an old Rogan podcast, dude. But or Dying to Know. But Terrence McKenna was like one of the not founding fathers, but one of the founding fathers of like bringing psychedelics to mainstream and like
interesting
trying to treat them for using it to like treat it for depression and stuff like that.
Like medicinal purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What Oregon's trying to do, dude.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to tackle that topic on My Turn with Logan. That's another show that hopefully by the time you listen to this is up and running. So
yeah, dude.
Good topic.
Yeah, it is.
This is where I gotta like write down stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, good thing we're recording it.
We are. We can just re-listen to it or rewatch it.
Future Logan. Write down that idea. All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Then, last but not least, Obadiah, which, as you'll see on the slide, it's not Jebediah.
No.
I thought it was Jebediah the whole time.
It is the dude.
Dude, I literally thought Jebediah. Yeah, played by the great Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, yeah.
Who played the dude? This guy, I mean, he kills this role.
He does, dude. He's a good bad guy.
And I have some thoughts, like big picture stuff, and I'll do a spoiler alert later. It's on some slides. well, we're going to talk more about Obadiah.
Okay.
Because I have some thoughts about him, and I want to talk about like big picture stuff.
I want to know.
But for now, we find out that he is Tony's dad's best friend,
Confidant,
running the company, and he's like here to, help out Tony and hang out.
He's Alfred, if you would.
Right.
He's Alfred right now.
He's out. Yeah, he is. He's just like, and he's like, also, this is a point I always noticed in the movie too. Do you ever notice that, like, Tony, like, gets back, he's like, I'm no more weapons, right?
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm changing my tune.
Yeah.
And he just kind of vanishes from Stark Industries to, like, kind of look at, like, what he can do to fix it. Mm-hmm. But what I think is funny is, like, he didn't really ever try to just use the company.
No.
And he just vanishes from it. And Obadiah's like, I got it covered.
Yeah.
And then Tony's just, like, surprised when, like, everything's going crazy.
He just, like, retreats into another cave, if you will.
Yeah, Obadiah comes by and he
makes this thing.
He's got the pizza, like they're eating pizza, and he's like, he takes the pizza to go, and Obadiah's like, let me down there. And anyway, I just thought it was funny that he just kind of like, he didn't really use Stark Industries, but then again, we wouldn't have got the Iron Man story, so that would have been a boring
Exactly.
movie.
It would have been a lot.
Like, no, I'm not a writer.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not trying to rewrite Iron Man. I'll tell you that.
No, not by any means.
No, just an observation.
Yeah, just after a few guys have watched it at least twice.
Yeah, you just notice stuff.
Yeah, you just notice things.
Yeah, if you're not picking up on it by now, this is like a deep dive.
Yeah, exactly. And now that we're like 31 years old, I don't know the last time I've seen Iron Man.
Yeah, been a while.
Probably 5 years.
Okay.
4 or 5 years. Honestly.
I've probably seen it. I don't know, 30, 40 times. I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know.
Oh
a lot. Okay, so these are his friends. Find out that Rhodey's like not really behind him going this route. I don't know if you remember that. Tony like goes to the hangar to tell Rhodey about the Iron Man suit. Mm-hmm. That's the scene like right here.
What's cool, what I really liked about when he gets back is like it's so him now, right? He's still almost making a decision that he feels that he has to do for this greater good, right? And he vanishes. He doesn't want to work with anybody. Right. He doesn't want to be around.
Yep.
But we see him come back in the same kind of scenario after Infinity War, where he gets beat on Titan, and he comes back, and he's pissed off. All of his friends are there, and now he's like, and it's the same thing. It's like
the same exact
he's still so mad at like Captain America. He's like, I'm still gonna do my thing.
He like can't let it
until he realizes, right? Okay, to beat this thing, we actually have to do what Captain said.
Right.
You know?
It's just like that mentality of no matter what, and I'm gonna fix it.
Yes.
And there is something to be said about he's like one of the most brilliant minds.
Yeah.
And his ego gets in the way
all the time.
Like constantly.
The plays back and forth between the newer movies and the older movies, like how the character develops, but kind of stays the same, is so awesome in that aspect.
Yeah.
Like just in that.
It's like he has a arc which we're gonna we're gonna expose on this show for sure. Mm-hmm. It's like there's a lot of arcs in the Infinity Saga, as we call it, and Tony's is maybe the best.
It's definitely the backbone.
It is. It's like behind
really
it's behind everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, it's gonna be good to talk about.
It is, dude.
All right, let's move on to the next stuff. So in the movie here, so I'm gonna cuss here on the mic, but on the screen I did censor it a little bit. Dude, the fucking suit.
Oh, it's the sick.
This is why we saw the movie.
Dude,
like when you
100%
in the preview, when you see like every part of like the shin and like moving, and it's up on his back, and then all of a sudden you see it like firing up to fly. Yeah. Like they show that preview, you're like,
this is real.
That looks like Iron Man's real.
Yeah,
you think you're watching CNN?
He exists. We've been lied to.
We've been lied to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that suit's got to be that looks like they filmed somebody in a suit that they were like, yeah,
dude,
we'll just say it's CGI.
It's one of my favorite suits.
It looks
the original, the OG is my favorite.
The original with like all of the mechanics and like the classic. I threw some of the iconic shots in here. He's like him like putting on the glove for the first time and flying for the first time.
He just takes off out of the garage.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, when he takes out Mark 1.
Yeah.
I believe or Mark 2.
Yeah.
Because Mark 1 was the cave. Whoa, I'm not gonna try to remember all these. After Mark 3, I'm done. There's
Hulkbuster, and then there's the nanotech, and there's things in between,
and there's a lot in between.
Yeah, dude.
So anyway, Mark T takes that silver suit out, and I mean, it's just like the coolest scene. Like the music is going. I mean,
dude, do you think like Iron Man would be as cool of a character? I was thinking about this last night. If he was just silver, because Rhodey's not, right? And do we think we would like him as much? Is there like something about the colors of the suit that pulls people to liking Iron Man?
You're right.
It's flashy.
It is flashy, and it's just there's something about that tone of red with that gold and
hot rod red.
That hot rod red, he says. But I mean, like calling out to the comics, like dude, they had it figured out. But dude, that original suit though, that silver suit that eventually becomes War Machine.
Yeah.
That first flight scene, dude. He is legit. Robert Downey Jr. kills that scene.
100%.
He's flying and it's zoomed in on his face, because he's in the suit, and he's screaming like a kid, like screaming.
Dude, that's something I was thinking last night, and like the look. Not only is he screaming, but the look of like sheer excitement in his face.
His eyes are filled with tears.
Yeah, it
made
me want to cry. Almost.
You feel like, and he goes, it's just like a dream.
Yeah,
and you're like, this guy's fucking flying.
Yeah, and it's like you like dig deeper into that. It's like, I know this is the movie, but man, there's really something to be said about like finding something you want to do and then sticking to it, and then just being like Iron Man,
and then just flying around.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty exciting.
It's awesome.
And then his first fight scene, he actually gets his new suit.
Yeah.
And fight scene, and also the scene with the jets.
Oh.
Dude, when he is going against those U.S. fighter pilots, and it's just like everything about it, just like them chasing him down, him riding the bottom of the belly of it.
Yeah. It's a man.
It's a person.
Yeah, it's a person.
He calls Rhodey.
He's like, it's me. He's like, you got tech there?
I don't know if you picked up on it. It was definitely a ringtone from like a comic book or show or
I was actually reading about that.
Rhodey's ringtone. It's like dun 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 dun. It like wasn't quite the Spider-Man tune, but it was very similar.
That's what made me think about it, because I was like, man, this has got some Spider-Man.
I feel like that was the Iron Man song.
It was the original. I looked it up. It's the original Iron Man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really? I'm glad you looked that up, because I just forgot about it.
Because I was like, man, this has got like some. It reminded me of Spider-Man for some reason. And then I looked up. I was just sitting there like on the couch, and I was just like, hold on.
Wait a minute.
I was like,
that sounded like something.
It did. And I just put it in Google, and came up as it's from the original Iron Man movie, or not movie, but TV.
Dude, I'm so glad you looked it up. So there you go. So hey, a little Easter egg for you. We'll call it the Easter eggs we see. We definitely didn't like look up the list of all the Easter eggs. We're just looking for what we catch.
The music,
it's more fun to just look.
And then it is. The music in the casino and like the opening act is as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah. I didn't know until I read it.
Oh, you saw it when you looked it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was just like in the thread that I was reading about about Rhodey's ringtone.
Dude, something to watch for. And we're all about those Easter eggs. So if we're missing them, let us know.
No grown man has a kiddish ringtone like that.
No. And ringtones in general, you're making a choice.
Yeah, you are.
Like, put your phone on silent.
You're say something by yourself.
Put your phone on silent.
I agree.
Can't stand that.
I hate it.
Hate it.
Like, you cool?
Yeah, you want to sit there, and like the people that like it rings and then it just like rings.
Yeah.
And like rings and they look at it.
Like, don't answer it.
Don't get me wrong.
Answer.
It's usually people that are a little older.
Yes.
Than me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yep.
But even people that aren't older do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Just annoying.
Here's
PSA. Put your phone on silent.
Yep.
And it vibrates.
Or just like when someone calls and it's not on silent, just do this.
Yeah. If it's ringing in your hand, and even if you don't have a ringtone, it's annoying also to watch someone listen to a phone vibrate.
Oh.
And it's like,
I hate when it's not on silent and it's someone's like angry girlfriend sending them like a thread of text, and it's just like bing, bing.
Oh,
bing,
the bings.
Bing, bing. It's like,
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Put your phones on silent.
Yep.
For people everywhere.
If you didn't get that.
And don't talk like this with phones either. We're not gonna get into it.
God.
All right, next up. First Stan Lee cameo. Duh.
Was it?
Well.
Oh, in a Marvel movie.
Yeah,
in a Marvel movie.
Well, I mean, it had to be.
Stan Lee's been. You know what? Hold on. Shout out to Stan Lee, of course. You can't hate on him. You love him. He's the reason we're sitting here. He's kind of like Morgan Freeman. That man, I think, has been old his whole life.
Oh, just like always old.
I think he was born old.
Like he just has that old guy look.
He was born old.
Like his face is just. He's just like Benjamin Button.
You can't convince me he was born with a job, a wife, like money in the bank somehow.
It was just like he already had a car.
Yeah, he had a career.
When did he start? I mean, he started drawing when he was a kid, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I don't really know that much about Stan Lee. To be honest.
I mean, I really don't know. I don't know either.
Like, I mean, I know he's like the guy.
He is the guy.
Like, I mean, everybody's always like Stan Lee.
Yeah, and Jack Kirby.
And dude, I'll tell you right now, the people that are saying that, I'm like, okay, well, if you like Stan Lee, I also love Stan Lee, and I feel like we owe him a lot. I feel like he's like, like you said, the reason we're like even sitting here.
He's definitely a pioneer, man.
Well, in this one, he plays Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Or at least Tony thinks he's Hugh Hefner.
Yes.
Because as we know, or as we learn, Stan Lee is like kind of his own. He's got his
character.
own. He's got his own little thing within the MCU, which we'll see the different cameos, and we'll have to like look at all of them. But in this one, Tony thinks he's Hugh Hefner,
which makes you think maybe he's like the Watcher or something.
Dude, exactly.
Like can make himself all these other people just to keep an eye on these superheroes. Dude.
Just watching,
see what's unfolding,
observe and report,
dude.
Type thing.
So cool.
So cool. All right, so this part, this is I was just so excited to talk about.
This is nuts.
Obadiah goes nuts.
He does. Dude.
Like, he goes nuts.
He 100% does.
Okay, let's just talk about it all because I've always wanted to like flush this out. Like, all right, so Obadiah is Tony Stark's dad's best friend and like mentor. He's like run the company forever. We've already covered that. Okay, well now imagine that guy like flips a switch. He decides that everything he believes in is not that, and he wants a big suit to
kill Tony, take over. You know, it's classic.
To do what?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I mean, look at this suit, by the way. It looks legit.
Oh, it's like the OG Hulkbuster.
That's exactly what it's like. It's like that version. It's like a prototype Hulkbuster.
It is. That thing's huge.
But like, hear me out, man. Like, what's the plan?
What is the plan?
Because you already run Stark Industries.
Yeah, exactly.
And you had it all. Tony didn't even care what was going on.
So is there something to be said about just pure jealousy here?
Dude, is that what it is at the core?
Is he a jealous boyfriend?
And I'll tell you right now, if you pay attention from the moment Tony gets back, Obadiah's like clamoring for like knowledge. He's like, "What'd you do over there? Show me your thing." And then he goes to his house like, "Hey, show me what else you're working on." He always wants to know what Tony's working on,
right?
Because he knows it's the best.
Well, I mean, he was working with the people from the get-go, wasn't he? Because remember, he goes over there, he paralyzes that dude. Like you couldn't stop him.
Oh yeah. Just
so
we didn't even talk about.
We didn't
even talk about the overall like plot of what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing this like for a while.
Yeah.
And he plans for Tony to be kidnapped. He hired like this Al Qaeda group, and then like goes and murders them all.
Yeah.
Just executes them.
Does execute. I want one of those paralyzer thingies.
Oh man, you just walk up and you go, dude. Actually, look, I took a picture of it. That's what he does to Tony.
If I could have that and the Men in Black mind eraser,
then you'd be set.
Watch out.
I mean, you can do anything you want.
Watch out.
You're paralyzing them, and then you're memory wiping.
Yeah. I mean, you're a superhero if with those two things.
Yeah, or a villain.
Yeah.
Depends on who you are. We'd be heroes. Oh, boy. You robbing banks or something?
Times are tough, man.
Times are hard right now.
Times are hard,
like
dude.
We're
in hard times, man. Drastic things happen, dude.
And you got like a memory wiper and
paralyzer.
You're gonna think about like that.
Maybe one.
Just one bank.
Just one good one.
Just go around.
But then I feel like I'm gonna be like a meth head. That's like the guy that like
you get into.
You like smoke weed and they're like, you know what? Maybe meth's cool.
You're like, yeah. Well, I have the paralyzed machine.
Yeah.
And I also have the memory wipe.
Yeah. And I do one bank.
What if I just you do meth and you make yourself forget that you did it?
Yeah, dude. Exactly.
But yeah, man, I guess I was just always confused. I guess he legit went nuts. He like lost it.
He did.
He like lost touch
with.
He lost touch with what he was even doing, and then ended up like getting blasted by the arc reactor.
Yes. I mean, fried.
Fried. Tony whips his ass, I guess, kind of.
He really doesn't.
He really doesn't, but that's good because it's Iron Man 1.
If Pepper Potts wasn't there.
Oh my gosh! And when she was
clearly,
there,
it's a movie.
That's another sign of like I like to talk about the specifics of how he's crazy. He like walks up to Pepper, he's in the suit, and he goes, "Your services are no longer required."
Oh yeah.
And then he like goes to kill her.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Why are you're gonna kill Pepper Potts?"
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
You were like her uncle.
Are you just so like? Are you dying to kill somebody?
Dude, whenever he puts that paralyzed machine in Tony's ear.
Oh man.
I always think, like, what is Tony thinking right now? Because, like, what's running through his head? He's like, this is, like, my other dad.
And I feel it's crazy. It really is, dude. And I feel like throughout the whole Infinity Saga, from Iron Man 1 to Endgame, we've really only seen Tony beat down and out a few times, like severe, like
severely beaten.
like really down and out. And this was one of them. But of course, it has to be the first movie, right? Because that's how we see the character develop.
Oh, absolutely.
How does this person triumph over when he's at the lowest point?
Yeah.
If they didn't have that, it's just like, whatever.
And it's also cool that they also, and they do this a lot in some of the movies. But like his suit is always like running out of power or something, or like his suit's like on the last leg.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening here. He's like every time he does something big, he's always got so much energy, and it's nice because it like makes the stakes real. So like there's something nice about like, oh, he catches that car.
Yeah.
And Jarvis is like, you're down to 19%, and he goes, wow. You know, it's like, okay, all right, he might get his ass kicked here.
Yeah. Like you have nothing left, and like the Hulkbuster pretty much has everything.
And like you said, thank God Pepper Potts was there. What happens if she's not? Like, I guess like he dies.
He dies, or he figures out a way, right? Just like when they're flying and he figures out, oh yeah, the icing. Have you figured out the icing problem?
Icing on the cake.
Yeah. It was.
Took him down.
I mean, they flew into orbit.
And dude, and then like they make that. The whole thing is just so cool. Like, what a cool fight scene, too. And I guess the Iron Man, the first movie, it's cool that it's just like him versus like a bigger one.
Bigger Iron Man.
That's like a game. You know, you just gotta like level up.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say earlier during the fight scene in the with the F5s, the planes.
Oh yeah.
There was some serious nods to what Iron Man 2 was maybe gonna be, or definitely just some old villains. So it was Whiplash 1 and 2. The guy we see in Iron Man 2, the villain, they don't ever call him Whiplash, but that's who he's based off, a guy named Whiplash.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a heart attack.
So it was like they were like that was a possible storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, and see, like that's cool stuff to know. Like, I wish I knew more about the character names.
Yeah, so the bad guy in Iron Man 2 that Mickey Rourke plays, I forget his name, Ivan something.
Yeah.
In 2, in the comics, he's Whiplash.
Okay, and then Whiplash is...
Yeah, exactly. That's the things that he has.
Yeah, and you're going to hear about it soon when we talk about Iron Man 2.
I haven't seen Iron Man 2 in forever.
That'll be a fun one, dude. It's a fun flick.
It's a lot better than Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
I hate to say that.
I'll tell you, though, I watched it after, after Endgame. It'd probably been several months, and it kind of started to grow on me. Because like, it's part of that arc, It's just part of, like, Tony's journey about, like, where he was, and then like going through that stuff, and then where he's at. But again,
and that's true.
There's a lot going on.
There is. I think the thing with Iron Man 3 is I definitely agree with what you're saying. I think like it's right after the Avengers, literally. Yeah. So it's like you're still on like the downward spiral on the roller coaster. Like, this is awesome, and then you get hit with like a story, like a character development.
It all just hits you.
Movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
so
I feel like a psychiatrist right now.
But like you have to kind of look at them like that because like they're individual arcs in the saga.
Yes.
But anyway,
exactly.
So anyway, that's how the movie ends with the big climax. Yeah. Tony fucking beats up his other dad, and it dies.
It just leaves.
All right. So next,
I Am Iron Man.
Dude, like this is like the
ode to cheeseburger. I like to call.
The ode to cheeseburger.
Yeah, remember
cheeseburgers? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Endgame.
And he always loved cheeseburgers. That's what he got back when he returns from. Is like he picked up cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And I put in here, adios aliases.
Yes.
This was a game changer for us people that were watching this. That they're gonna do this differently than anything that you've ever seen before. When have you watched a show and like the superhero like tells everybody who he is?
Yeah, you don't ever see Bruce Wayne like. Telling folks he's Batman.
You don't see Peter Parker walking around going, "I'm also Spider-Man."
Yeah, this is the only one. Do people even know that Steve Rogers is Captain? Yeah, they do.
They do. Yeah, everyone does, and like that's what was crazy, and they really did set the stage. And I feel like I can just picture the people at Marvel Studios going, "You know what? We're doing this different.
Yes,
like, we're gonna be like, we're out in the open. We're gonna change the whole formula on this, and we're gonna do it right." And dude, it worked, and like my jaw was like dropped. I was like, "Oh my god, he did it."
One thing, it was awesome. One thing we forgot, S.H.I.E.L.D. Phil Coulson in this.
Oh, yeah. I had it on here, but I should have. I didn't put much of Coulson in.
Dude.
And he's just trying to get an appointment the whole time.
I remember the first time seeing that movie, and of course, I knew what S.H.I.E.L.D. was.
Yeah.
And it's just like, are they going to do it? And then you didn't see another Marvel movie for a while. You got the end credits and you saw Fury, and you're like, okay, maybe there's something. I can't even remember when Iron Man 2 came out. Was it was it a year later maybe?
It probably was about a year and a half or two.
And then Captain America started coming out, and Thor, and it's like they're fucking doing it.
Oh, dude. Oh yeah, I have the classic scene in here at the end, so we'll have a good screenshot of just that moment.
Yes.
Before we do that, I have to pee.
All right, man.
We'll take a quick break.
All right.
And if I'm doing ads by this point, this is where you'll hear an ad.
Sounds good.
Be right back.
I never thought I had so much to say about anything. To Natural Light. Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, to really Anheuser-Busch. Yeah. But I think we know that this show isn't brought to you by those. We just actually we actually just drink these.
Yeah, like regularly.
Yeah, like Busch Light, Natter Day.
Yes.
That's like the combo.
Yeah, and if you're not doing that combo, maybe like an IPA is your thing. I understand that. But if you're like a light beer guy,
then drink up.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Dude, in the summertime, what do we have in our coolers every time? It's just Busch Light,
Natter Days.
That's it.
And you know what? These Busch Light apples came out.
Have you tried it?
I have not, but I can't not wait to put my lips around one.
You know it's going to be delicious.
It's going to be goddamn good.
Like, you know it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, the dude from You Betcha, he did a taste test video. I watched it today. You know, the guy that's like, Busch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the taste test guy.
He runs You Betcha. He does just like a lot of online videos like Trey Kennedy and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, cool.
But Busch, like he does like the whole, he opens the can of Busch.
The whole thing.
I don't know if you've ever seen it. Yeah, and he has like the sweatshirts made and everything. He's like the Busch guy.
So I know, like, obviously I've seen like the cans and I've seen like the stuff, the swag.
Came from this guy.
What? That was his idea?
Swear to you.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love that, like how it just goes around the can.
Dude, exactly. That was this guy. We'll watch it after we get done.
Dude, Anheuser-Busch, if you're listening, that was an authentic conversation, so you can't.
It really was. We really do enjoy these products.
Yep, so well done.
Yeah.
Cheers. Hey, cheers.
Very, very well done. Cheers.
You ready to wrap this up, this movie? You having fun?
Dude, I'm having a blast.
I mean, we're just talking about Marvel flicks.
I'm having a blast.
It's like, this is perfect.
It is.
All right, well, let's wrap this up, and maybe we'll just riff for a little bit about just like kind of like tease out the next few films and kind of talk about what we were thinking and stuff. But we'll just wrap up the film real quick.
Sounds good.
So we had just wrapped up Adios.
Yep.
Aliases, like I Am Iron Man, the most epic saying like from the MCU, and then we're not trying to spoil it, but like it matters in the end too.
Oh God,
we'll just say that.
God, it does.
It's just cool. It's just like, it's just like this. These words are just great.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that doesn't spoil anything for anybody like going ahead.
It doesn't. I mean, there's just one thing I want to say, but I'm not gonna because it's a spoiler.
All right, hold on. That's okay because in just a minute. Oh, hold on. All right. So let's come back around to that. All right, because we're gonna do a spoiler alert here in a minute.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about all big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. Mm-hmm. So in credit scene.
Yep.
First of all, in credit scene.
And exactly. Like
that's what you're really thinking.
Uh-huh.
You're really thinking like in credit scene, like you're like people are like you got to stick around to the end.
And this one was like the end of the end. There was no mid credit scene like there is now.
That wasn't a thing.
And you had to like look at the Teamster logo and like the Dolby logo. I mean, you had to get to the end. The movie had to be completely over. There would be nothing.
You were literally reading like who the sound effects guys were. You were like, oh, wow, look at that, Paul Ayers.
Yeah, exactly, dude, 100%.
And but I guess I don't even know if I knew in theaters. It's hard for me to remember. I would assume that this was like later, that I probably like watched it on DVD.
Yeah.
And like we had learned, but I guess if people had heard there was an end credit scene, maybe we saw it in theaters.
Yeah, and what were Easter eggs like then, right? How did we receive the information of Easter eggs? Clearly, the internet was a thing.
But also, Easter eggs weren't as important.
They weren't
because nobody was making crossover films.
There was no crossovers.
There was no crossover shows, dude. I remember growing up, just to set our mind frame. I was watching Smallville at the time, and I just wanted them to like make new shows.
Yeah.
And like I talk to you all the time, dude, about CW. Finally, they all cross over.
Yeah.
And MCU was like kind of like the OG of at least on the big screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They just nailed it.
Yeah, they 100% nailed it, dude.
And so not only in credit scenes, but also this is the birth of the MCU.
Yep.
Because now we are learning that there's more.
Yeah.
Like there's more to this. Like Samuel L. Jackson in Tony's house at the end is like, I need to talk to you about you think you're the only superhero. I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative.
It's legitimately probably the most pivotal point in all of the movies.
And it's such a great moment.
It is.
And like I tried to put it like it's hard to capture it, but like, and don't worry, I'm gonna source all this stuff for all you folks out there that are going like, he hasn't even sourced any of this. Yeah, I did. It's got a I got a source.
This guy don't know his shit.
I got a credits page.
Oh,
all right.
Man. This is like a research paper.
Yeah, it is. Because I mean, I know.
Because I mean, that's exactly what we're doing.
It's exactly what we're doing. So I'm gonna give credit where it's due.
We watched the movie.
At the end of the day, though, this movie is by Marvel Studios and now owned by Disney. So
yeah,
it's their movie.
Yep.
And we love it.
We do. So shout out to both of you, Marvel and Disney.
And keep it coming.
Yeah.
Because we love it.
Fix that platform, Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's kind of lagging.
It is.
You were having issues the other night.
I always have issues.
Because you were watching this on that.
Yeah.
This is a good opportunity for you to say what happened.
Hey, man. I always get the buffering. Always get the. It doesn't matter. I promise you, it does not matter if I'm in my living room or in my room.
And before you guys that are listening even think this is an internet issue, I live 4 blocks from where this guy is now. It's right in the heart of St. Louis where we're at. Great internet. It's very, very fast. Yeah. I've never had issues there.
Ever. And
could it have been the night of? Was there like work being done?
I don't think so, man.
Because I don't want to shit on Disney Plus too bad if it was just like bad service.
Oh, I love Disney Plus.
But it has issues, and it's not the most intuitive app.
Not. It's slow. It lags.
Hey, just take a look at like Netflix, man. They got it figured out.
They do. Hulu's got it figured out, even though I don't really fuck with Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu's like just look at the other ones.
Yeah. Prime.
You've got the content. Put a little bit more behind the interface.
Yeah, put some finesse into it.
I want my Apple TV remote to just bounce around the app seamlessly, and you know what I watch. Your continuous watching section is like 4 rows down.
It's 4 rows down, and not only is it 4 rows down, like if you press down on your TV, like sometimes it like takes a second, and then you're like, God damn, and you press it again, and then it just jolts down like 6 rows.
What?
Maybe for me. Maybe, dude. I promise you.
You know, I was on the Roku and it did that.
But
either way, just upgrade the app, guys.
Or Roku, get your shit together.
Well, Roku always is a little choppy
because I use Roku.
But we don't want to again shit on everybody. But like,
yeah, we don't.
But we know like
because we use it.
But Disney Plus, figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, that's the wrap of the movie. And now, watch this, dude. You're gonna love this.
Oh man,
it's a spoiler alert,
dude.
What do you think of that?
Oh, that's awesome.
I got a sound effects board over here.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's got all sorts of stuff. Like, listen, here's an elephant.
Oh my god, that's.
Yep.
I was about to ask you if that was on your phone, but yeah, that's on your phone.
It's on a phone. This is that phone I found in the park.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is the studio phone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna take like dial-ins and stuff.
What kind of phone is that?
Actually, I need to give you guys the number. I'll give you the number. I'll put it in later, but. You guys, I'm gonna take calls and voicemails and stuff in here,
dude.
We're gonna do it like talk show style.
I like that.
So anyway, spoiler alert.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about like big picture stuff, even though we already kind of have. Mm-hmm. It's okay. We're gonna talk like even bigger. So like, if you have not seen anything past Iron Man 1, now you should stop listening at least for like the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, go out of the room.
But be ready to come back and like check in because we'll talk about other stuff.
Yeah,
too.
Please come back.
Please come back. Yeah. So anyway, spoiler alert. Did you like the noise?
I did like that, actually. That was fun.
All right. We'll do more of that
like
stuff.
an old Jock Jams CD.
Dude, I know. I think I'm going to put an iPad over here and have like a whole like board so we can do like all sorts of noises.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Like, I mean, just like certain stuff would just be handy to have. Just like, I don't know, maybe this. Oh, that's terrible. How about this baseball?
You're out. I like that. Like if someone calls in, they say something stupid.
Yeah, like and like there's a what?
Oh, dude. That's amazing.
I know. We're not gonna get too wild with it, but we might because we can do whatever we want.
Don't get the "you're out."
Yeah, don't get that one. You don't want anyone. You don't want to hear like If you hear that, that's someone's dead, I guess.
Flatlined. Or just a snooze fest.
So anyway, we'll do more noises. Who knows?
All right.
Big picture stuff, though. Okay, this is like big MCU, big picture. We're talking about like stuff that affects the entirety of the Infinity Saga. Uh-huh. We gave you the spoiler alert, whatever. I am just wondering, like, why in the world we didn't get any of like previous Obadiah? I think his name's Slate or State, something like that.
Yeah.
In the like from the past, like there's a lot of movies that dip into the past.
Oh, you're right.
So like, let's talk for example. That's why we give the spoiler alert. Ant-Man. Okay, you got Dr. Richard Pym.
Yes.
I think his name's Richard. Dr. Pym.
Dr. Pym, yeah.
Played by Michael Douglas. And they show like this, younger version of him.
It's Hank. Is it Hank Pym?
It's Hank Pym. Yeah, what'd I say? Richard?
Dick.
That's just me just like stereotyping like a white doctor.
Yeah.
Dick.
Dick. Hey, Dr. Dick.
Dr. Dick. Sorry about that. Hank Pym, obviously.
Yeah, Hank Pym.
And they show like him in the past, younger.
Mm-hmm.
We also have obviously like Captain America, where we meet Tony's dad.
Right.
Like as a young man.
I just
Like why in the world? Like this guy was like, it would have been at least something cool to be like, even if he's just like in the building or something.
Right. I just don't think he was like he was a throwaway character.
Dude, and he really was, because he must have been, whenever Howard was alive, he must have been like in the shadows.
Yeah. Whoa, was he? No.
That's what I'm saying. Why were they such close friends? Like he really trusted this guy.
I was gonna say, was he in Endgame when?
No, you never
No.
see him again.
No, you don't.
Not in any movie.
Well, I was trying to think of who was driving the car in Endgame for Howard Stark. Spoiler alert, but we already.
I remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've already gave that spoiler alert. If you're still listening,
But
and
is
you're
it-
getting spoilers, that's on you.
Is it him or is it?
No, that's Jarvis.
Yeah. that's
And
I
guess
was gonna
what?
say.
You know what's cool about that moment, since we're talking spoilers?
Mm-hmm.
That Jarvis is the same one that plays Jarvis in Agent Carter. Same actor.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I forgot he's an Agent Carter.
So anyway, just thought it was interesting. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not a big deal. Obviously, you said throwaway character. Who the hell cares about this guy? at the
They
end of the
needed a
day?
bad guy.
They needed a bad guy. It just seemed like they made him such a part of the Stark's life. I was kind of confused.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of that, though, we get kind
Howard.
of semi-introduced to Howard Stark. I don't think we get him on screen.
No,
But they talk about him.
I don't think we see him on screen until is it Iron Man 2?
Iron Man,
No, it's Captain America.
No, you see him in Iron Man 2, you definitely see him. You remember why?
Why?
Because Tony, closer.
yeah.
I think it was a
My
little.
bad.
It's all right. Iron Man 2 was whenever his dad like shows him how to save him with like that new element,
Oh yeah.
which is a very confusing storyline, and you have to pay attention. I'm really excited to watch that again. Actually,
Iron Man 2 is confusing.
and we're gonna break it down though, because like I think I even need some clarity.
I need clarity, and I think that is a big movie. Again, it's just more story or character development for Tony. But we see the new roadie come in. We see
Don
him,
Cheadle. You see Don Cheadle come in.
see
We didn't even really talk about
War
that.
Machine be developed.
We didn't even really talk about the recast.
Yeah, thank
But-
you.
Well, thank you. Right?
Yeah.
It was just Tony.
Yeah, I just
Tony.
once you see Hustle and Flow, great movie. You can never not see Terrence Howard in that light ever again, dude.
I mean, Terrence Howard, he just kind of plays the same, like, and he's always like, and I got to tell you that he's always got like a big story to tell, and it's
Big
really
stories, raspy. Sounds like
raspy
he's been smoking
voice,
Newport.
and and he's always got to convince you of something.
Yeah, 100%. Have you ever seen Hustle and Flow?
No.
Oh man, if you watch it, just one night you have nothing else to do.
Hustle and Flow, future me, write that down.
Yes, watch it, and you're gonna go, oh my god, I can never watch Iron Man 1 and not see this broke ass rapper.
Do you think that was the general consensus?
That was
because they made a change.
Yeah.
Like for those that you don't know, you know, Don Cheadle comes in and really kills it.
He kills it. I don't even know what else he's in.
He's in something on like HBO or Showtime.
Okay.
He's on something like one of those dramas.
Okay.
And I'm sure he kills it because he's just a really good actor.
He is.
And there's like a lot of cool behind the scenes stuff again if you watch like the in-game stuff. Like behind the special features and whatnot, they talk a lot about like Don Cheadle. I think it's on that. Maybe I just read it, but he was like an interesting guy to work with.
Yeah.
and he was like a little bit different than the rest of the crew, but he knew what he was signing up for.
Yeah.
and that I know there's a funny story actually about like how they got him to do the role. Like he said, like he got a call from either his agent, publicist, whatever, and they were like, "Hey, we want to know you're getting a call to be in this Marvel Studios franchise."
Because what was it then? I mean, it's not like people were like jumping on board. Then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's a 7-picture deal, and it's this many millions dollars. We need to know tonight by 7. And he was like there's a whole story behind it about how he was like, I gotta like decide like this life altering thing in like 4 hours.
Literally
Gonna change your whole life. I mean, Don Cheadle's still Don Cheadle, but
Right.
like still like. I mean, he's got a whole audience now that he never had before.
No.
You know,
I mean, what would Don Cheadle be doing, dude, if he
just
wasn't
said
War
it.
Machine?
You just said it. What else is he in?
What else is he in? I think I've seen one other movie with him. I don't even remember the name.
Maybe some stuff like from the 90s, I feel like,
I
or
remember
2000s.
I remember he was in it with Wesley Snipes, and they're like, it's a stupid movie. It's a stupid movie.
Well, either way, he does a good job at War Machine.
He does.
I like his banter.
Yeah, I do.
So we'll talk about him, Iron Man 2. So they recasted him. And then just they tease out Pepper Potts in their relationship, which I don't know if you ever had any thoughts on that. I haven't really. I just feel like it was just because Tony was gonna have someone to love at some point.
Exactly.
And it's Pepper Potts.
Right. I mean, who other than like the best friend?
Your best friend, and like she's been taking care of you your whole life anyway. So it's like a win-win.
Yep.
And she was cool when he was like banging other chicks.
Exactly.
We didn't even talk about him banging that reporter in the beginning of the movie.
She was so cool when he was banging other chicks.
Oh my gosh! And remember, she like would get her the clothes and like be like, the car's outside. You get the hell out.
Yep.
Skank.
Leave my house.
Skank, like get out of here, skank.
Yeah, hoe.
Yeah, that reporter. she banged him immediately.
Oh, instantly.
Like with what 2 minutes, and then like it shows them in the
like
room.
she was just like this.
I like
just
when
pants down.
Tony he got around. He said he banged like all the what was it, that calendar or whatever.
Yeah.
He gets asked about banging
model calendars.
Yeah,
calendar
ladies.
ladies.
He's like, March and I had a scheduling conflict.
You know what though? In that situation, when you're a billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Philanthropist.
Yeah. You do that,
dude. You do.
You take them down.
So I guess talking about Pepper, like he made a choice.
Yeah, he did.
Interesting.
He made a choice, dude.
Super interesting.
And guys out there, if you have a best friend, it can be done, dude. Look at Tony Stark.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Like if Tony Stark can do it, come on, guys.
You can just keep banging girls until you decide you want to.
Until you meet your Pepper Potts.
Date your best friend, I guess.
That's what it seems like to me.
I did that.
Yeah. That's the move.
That is the move, dude.
Just find somebody that's already your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did you know that you also get dating advice on this show? But you didn't.
Yes.
We're gonna tell you how to live, actually.
Yes, absolutely.
We've already given you some pointers on how to talk on your phone.
Be our puppets.
Just do what we say.
Yeah, be our vision.
And you should take whatever we say like to heart. Like we mean it, and and we're really knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Do whatever we say.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I said, ode to Marvel. Be our visions.
That's right. Our visions are.
Be our Ultrons.
Oh man, I can't wait to. We have so much to talk about.
We really do. We really do.
We will. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll save it because we got a long way to go. It's a marathon, right?
We'll be down here all night.
We could.
100%.
The last thing I had on here was just, I think we've already covered it, but if you had any other thoughts, let me know. Was just the comparison you were making between Tony and Thanos, but again, big picture stuff. Like Thanos had kind of the same mindset. Like he's a smart guy. He had a vision for what needed to happen to save everybody, and like was like, I'm doing this no matter what, and I'm doing it my way. That's exactly what Tony did.
Exactly. What I really love about the Thanos Tony arc is when we see good and bad, we don't ever see it as comparable, right? We see this one person doing something so bad that it's like we can't even fathom this, right? And then you see this other person that's like Captain America, right? He's just very flamboyant and good. We don't see that with them,
right?
Like we saw Thanos that had. I mean, ideas, and yeah, he was a bad guy, but his ideas are not.
And he was.
He's not that disagreeable.
And yeah, he's like logical.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
everything.
And he's coming in with a plan.
Yeah.
And like that's why he ends up getting such a following in his time, because people but people believe him.
He's not a mad villain.
No, you're like.
He's not the Joker.
You're like, you can have a conversation with this guy.
Yeah.
And he's like an intellect.
He's just it's just like we're watching two people on opposite sides of like government.
Yeah.
Like we're watching like a Republican and a Democrat.
That's all we're watching.
That's exactly
the extreme versions of each one.
Exactly.
And there's a bunch of like us in the middle. It feels very relatable.
Yeah, 100%.
That's super interesting. But like it's like you're right. It's just two agendas clashing.
And I love that between them.
Yeah.
And when I was going to say earlier, when
so interesting,
he comes out, it is when he comes out and he's like, I am Iron Man, and we see Infinity War on on Titan, and he's like, Tony Stark, I know you. It's like, man, is that so important? Him coming out as Iron Man, is that scene so important to that scene?
Dude,
it has to be.
That's I've always thought that too, and we'll talk about it again even in the future. But even fuck it, like that was such an interesting part, of Endgame or of Infinity War.
Yeah, Infinity War. My bad.
I mean, and it really was. It was like, oh my god, this guy knows this guy. Like the impact that he must have had to get on his radar.
How long has he been here?
But also, yeah, like talk about what Tony ended up doing in Avengers. Like he's the one that sends that missile through.
Yeah.
So it's like he made some noise.
He did make some noise. He was there.
I can't wait to watch all these.
I know, me neither.
We're just gonna watch them all.
Me neither.
Like we're just like, okay, we're on Iron Man. Like, oh, we got a lot to watch. This sucks.
Right? Yeah. I guess we'll do it for you guys.
I like preparing. I was like, oh man, I got to sit down and watch Iron Man.
Yeah. You asked me. You're like, hey man, do you think you could do that? I go, just sounds like a fun time to me.
You just ended up watching it twice.
I ended up watching it twice. Once when I was just, I had help.
Yeah.
I was a little inebriated.
Yeah.
I was a little stoned.
Oh, okay. There you
know?
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to so you having it watched twice. That's perfect.
Exactly. Then I watched it once when I was working, right? And when I'm working, my mind's a little bit different.
Right. Yeah. It's just in the background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched it when I was high.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I mean, that's the move. All right. So we covered the big picture stuff. And real quick, just to wrap this part up, and then we'll kind of talk about what we have to look forward to.
Damn, Obadiah is kind of looking like that human Thanos, though.
He's like looking like what?
That human Thanos.
He does.
I mean,
he really does. Like if he just shaved.
Yeah, I know they probably didn't mean to, but man, dude.
That's like the same look. Maybe that was foreshadowing in itself.
Dude, maybe it was. Obadiah.
So I'm just gonna read these credits real quick.
All right.
I'm just gonna say thanks because for those that are listening on audio, we just showed a whole bunch of pictures. Obviously, Marvel Studios and Disney own everything, so kudos to you guys. That's your stuff. But a lot of people websites are collected these photos, so I didn't have to watch the movie and take pictures.
Yeah.
So just say thanks. We got Captain Metal on YouTube.
Okay.
Captain Metal.
I like that.
It's METL too.
Mattel.
Mattel. But I think it's just a play on words. So
yeah, exactly.
Business Insider, Dreaming Spider, Reddit, Collider, Super Scenes. That's a YouTube. Had a couple from you guys. Thanks a lot. Deviant Art. You nailed it.
Yeah, I like them.
You've heard of them, right?
Yeah.
Ultimate, that's a YouTube channel. TheMarySue.com. I was like, what is that?
MarySue.com.
End up on the site, obviously, but appreciate you. Digital Spy, Marvel.com, obviously.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where I pulled the main Iron Man stuff.
I mean, if we didn't have that on there, people would probably be like,
yeah, I mean, we're basically sucking their dick right now. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
If this was the Marvel one,
yeah, I think we need a bigger microphone.
Yeah, I would kiss it.
MCU fandom, top movie clips, iCollector.com, Goliath.com, On.com, Iron Man TV, that's a YouTube channel, Apocalypse.co, and JimHillMedia.com. Thanks, Jim.
Jim Hill. It sounds like the guy that remember your Facebook thing that one time.
Oh man,
who was that fucking guy?
I don't want to say. I don't want him to come after me.
I feel like his name
was Jim. It was
Hill.
Jim. It was Jimmy.
I forget, dude.
We'll talk to Pete. Pete knows.
I want to say Butler.
There's something like that.
Yeah.
The guy that the one time I ever got into a Facebook comment back and forth.
Yeah.
Based on something I posted.
Comedy.
It was something I posted and shared, and he was like, "You can't think that's funny." And I was like, "I did."
Yeah.
You can't tell me what I think's funny.
No.
How do you know?
You're not me.
Who are you talking to?
Some people think farts aren't funny. I do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Dude, farts are funny.
Farts are hilarious.
I sent you a video of me rolling around farting, like Carrie did.
I laughed my ass off.
That's the roll and fart technique.
I looked at it at 4:30 this morning because I woke up. One of them mid slumbers.
Oh yeah.
You wake up, you pee, and I'm just checking the phone.
Just glanced at your phone.
Oh, what's this one about?
There's a big loud fart.
Yeah, I just said wait for the fart.
I nailed it.
It was a good one.
All right, so here's what I was thinking. Let's just kind of wrap this up with what is coming up next. What do the fans have to look forward to, right? So we just broke down Iron Man for you. I already told Adam this. We're gonna put together a movie watch schedule, and this is gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be interactive. It's gonna be on the website and everything, and it's gonna be okay, here are the upcoming flicks that we're watching in order. You'll know what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a combination of MCU stuff. I've already decided we're gonna just mix in some X-Men.
Okay.
And not part of the order or anything. Just we can watch whatever we want. Right. But we could talk about them independent of themselves. So we could watch X-Men from the very beginning.
And why not?
Why? Because we have the time.
Right, exactly.
Why wait another 3 months before we watch an X-Men movie? We could watch Iron Man today and the first X-Men next week. What's the, you know what I mean?
What's the deal?
And I'm thinking we're gonna probably end up doing a few episodes a week. I think we're just having too much fun.
We are having a blast.
So I think we're gonna burn through some movies. So anyway, all to be said, we're gonna have a schedule. It'll come out. We'll share it with you. We'll put it on our social media, everywhere, so that you can just see what's coming up, what you look forward to, and it's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be a combination of reviews like this, where we just kind of bullshit and talk through an agenda of the movie.
Yep.
Or it'll be a live watch. So that's whenever we'll actually put the movie on. We'll do a countdown of starting 3, 2, 1, and we'll stream live, and me and Adam will sit here and just like talk through the movie.
Our commentary.
We'll record it too with mics. You know, these mics are movable, and we'll put them on the couch, and we'll just get some popcorn, get some beers, and we'll just watch the film. We'll live stream it, and then we'll take your questions and stuff. So it'll be like a live like commentary.
Dude,
how's that sound?
Marvel on the couch.
Dude, that sounds pretty good. Maybe that's like a whole segment or something.
Marvel on the couch.
Marvel on the couch, or it depends on what we're watching.
Yeah, and we have like one of.
We can't hold ourselves just to Marvel. We're gonna want to watch all sorts of stuff.
But we are. We really are.
Hey,
superheroes on the couch.
I like it. Mostly
superheroes.
Something. We'll think of it. We're not. Don't put us on the spot to think of like interesting things like that right now.
Yeah, no, dude.
If you were thinking we're gonna come up with a segment name, like we're gonna have to think it through. We'll announce it later.
Yeah, we will.
But it's gonna be a fun calendar. Are you excited for that?
I cannot wait.
I feel like that's already gonna fill a lot of our episodes. But we'll at least do one episode every week or two, where we're still just running through news and updates.
Perfect.
How's that sound?
Perfect.
That way we can still break down stuff. Also, whenever shows start happening, like Falcon Winter Soldier,
yeah,
we're gonna have to start watching that.
That's when it's gonna take the fuck off.
So we gotta try. You know, I said we were gonna watch X-Men. Maybe we should prioritize the Marvel flicks.
Yeah.
So we can just burn through. I don't want to burn through them, but we're gonna get through them.
Yeah.
So that we have our fresh take, and then whenever Falcon Winter Soldier gets here, hopefully in August, we'll be ready. You ready for that?
Dude, we haven't seen. What's the last Marvel thing we've seen? Fucking Spider-Man: Far From Home.
That was it.
And then the Corona hit.
That was it.
And
we saw that in theaters together. That was the last.
We did.
Oh, but we'll have to see when that movie came out. But it was like still way before Corona. It's been a long
time
since we've seen a Marvel flick.
I mean, they haven't done any Comic-Con stuff.
No,
we haven't got any.
There's going to be some Comic-Con. I've been getting some Comic-Con emails. They're trying to do some virtual stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll try to do that. Maybe we'll sit and do an episode where we just go through it and just like talk about it.
That would be fun.
Okay. Do you have anything else? Did we miss anything on Iron Man?
Dude, we tore that movie apart.
Dude, that was awesome.
As best as we could.
I think we did. Well, like especially you got two guys that have seen it so many times.
Yeah.
By this point, like you're getting this is for the fans.
Yeah.
And also, I say that there's probably a lot of people that are like, you missed everything. Well, we saw and talked about what we wanted to talk about.
Exactly.
Period.
We probably did miss things to people.
Yeah, we're not just recapping the movie second by second. We're talking about the things that we notice and that we think are interesting.
It's what was really interesting to me is, like I said from the very beginning, is these people, Marvel clearly had a map in front of them.
They had a game plan.
And these fucking people knew they knew how to get to the X in the dirt.
And they
easily.
did it.
They did, dude.
All we can ask is that you keep doing it.
Please.
Like, whatever that means. And, like, I know we're in a world of COVID right now, and, like, I don't know what's going to happen, but if we can figure this stuff out, like, we are really enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah, don't give me any, like, Rise of Skywalker Marvel movies, dude.
Don't give me we don't need the Han Solo.
Yeah, don't give me that, dude.
What happened?
Yeah, don't give me something like...
Yeah, like, what happened with those? Like,
I just wipe my butt with, dude.
I don't think they will.
No, I don't think they can.
They haven't let us down.
Even like the shittiest of the Marvel movies are like, this is a Marvel movie.
And like, here's the thing about exactly. And like, I've realized, me and Karen, I watched them all when we first moved in together, even like into it. But like, she watched those movies, and as I watched them with her, I was like, you know what? They're not even bad. They're just like the worst.
They're not as good as the good ones.
I hate to even use like words like bad and worst. It's just like, yeah, they're not like the best ones.
Yeah.
Because they're still good. Like, I'll still watch them.
Yeah, we're talking about a universe where there's Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War and Endgame.
How do you compete?
And then there's like Thor 2. Still a good movie if those movies never existed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, once you've seen Thor Ragnarok, you're like, wow, the first Thor, or no, Thor 2 is bad.
Yeah.
But like, it's not bad. It's just like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we watch that movie.
We
might have to do that one live.
I think that's one of probably the top 2 Marvel movies
me. Dude, yeah. I mean, seriously, we have to do that one live because like, I think it'd be worth it for people to see us watching it. Like, that's a fun and it might be the worst live stream because we'll just be not talking.
Dude,
maybe we should.
Right. Infinity War was good. Endgame was so much better.
Dude, I can't even get into that right now. Like, that's a complicated statement.
It really is.
Because it's just different. It's just the next part.
It is.
Because I love Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think Infinity War is almost like it's almost different. It's like more fun because it like you're getting ramped up.
Yeah,
and
true.
There's that feeling of getting ramped up, and like Thor at the end coming back.
And you're just waiting for a climax.
Oh my god! And you know what's gonna happen, and you get to look forward to Endgame. There's almost something about Infinity War that's more like, this is cool because I know I have some left.
Yeah, that's true. It's not over.
Not to shit all over your theory.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, fuck what you said.
Yeah, just fuck Adam.
Yeah, that was a bad statement. Sorry about that, guys.
He won't be on the show anymore.
Yeah, so
You're
like, hey, write down
trash
the show to
can.
watch. I'm like, replace Adam.
Yeah, you fucking suck.
Yeah, you're not doing a great job. No, dude, we're killing it.
Yeah, we are.
And even if people don't think we are, I'm
We are.
having a blast.
That's all that fucking matters, dude.
Did you like the upgrades of the studio?
I love
Just
it,
pointed
dude.
out for a few people on the big. We got some superhero stuff. We got more lights. Hope you guys are enjoying that. That's for you guys.
It does look really fucking awesome.
It's for me. I was just kidding.
Yeah, it looks like our Avengers party that we had.
It looks like that, and it also looks like the childhood, like a childhood bedroom almost, but with the microphones.
Oh yeah, if my nephew Kason came down here, like he'd probably have his first boner. I feel weird saying that.
There's legit toys down here.
There's toys down, like his.
Like there are legit toys.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I think that's a wrap, man. I think we nailed it.
We did nail it.
All right, so we'll get the movie calendar out.
Yes.
Because that's the next step, kind of. But like, obviously, the MCU is going to be coming. So what's technically next? If you're expecting, is it Captain America?
That's what I was thinking. I mean, you said that. I'm in on that.
We might as well.
I mean, that's the next big arc in the Infinity Saga.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it the way they came out. We'll get that calendar together.
We don't need the schmooze in between. We don't need to watch Iron Man 2 yet. We do.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I agree. I think it's better to watch them, like you said, the different arcs.
Yeah.
So let's jump to Captain. Well, and then we'll circle back and be like, we'll do call-outs to this episode to help you remember.
Yep.
But dude, we're gonna just watch them all.
We are 100%.
All right, well, check us out everywhere. I'm gonna try to get better at making sure you guys know. But check out the website. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. All those things that you use and you just stare at.
Yeah.
And you love this stuff.
And your legs go tired when you're taking a shit.
Yeah, we are gonna give you stuff that makes your legs go numb when you're shitting because you're looking at it so hard.
I like that stuff. I'm sure other people like that stuff.
Don't forget. Well, you know what's good for toilet watching, Adam?
What's that?
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Check out the YouTube channel because that's where you get the video.
YouTube.
If you're sitting there watching, like, I wish I could see these guys, you can.
Yeah. On YouTube.
Like, we're on YouTube and we're also gonna be we're on Spotify.
Yeah, whatever videos that you're watching, like some food, like everyone watches food videos.
People love food videos.
YouTube and Instagram. I watch food videos.
Dude, people love them. Like the ones where they're making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to see what we look like.
Yeah, and see like what we're talking about, like how we talk and
yeah.
And if you want to know if we're like 6 feet apart because of COVID, guess what we are?
Yeah, we are.
I measured this out.
And we don't have masks on.
We don't have a mask on, but also you and I have been hanging out weekly. We also keep
have.
in close communication.
Yes.
And we do like as much social distancing as we can, and we're at 6 feet apart the whole day.
We have a COVID circle.
We do.
We play our part.
Listen, man, we've been in this thing since whatever
March.
You got to start seeing some people.
Yeah.
But like just mixing it in responsibly is the key.
It has to be responsible because here's the thing: you can't like just be scared to do everything, right?
Right.
Because when it comes down to the brass tacks, like. People die every day, and you can die at any point. Like you can't just sit in your house without nobody. But you can play your part.
But do what you be responsible. Do your research, and
Yes.
if you know what, there's a lot of downtime right now. That's obviously why we started this podcast. You know, just listen to us, and we'll help you get through it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about Marvel stuff. So get your Marvel collection together. If you don't have Disney Plus, get it going.
Yeah, dude, and even call us and just tell us we're wrong.
Yeah, and we'll get that number out there. We haven't launched that specifically yet. On the next episode, tease that out. We're going to launch the studio phone number so you can start calling and leaving us messages, and we'll start bringing people on the show.
Dude,
cool.
It's going to be awesome.
Dude, thanks again.
Thank you.
This was great.
It was awesome.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Mostly superheroes. Come back and see us.
We out. We just killed it.